Fitness, fellowship, and faith, right? Fitness. First F within F3. Fitness, fellowship, and faith, right? Many of us who are of the faith or practice a religion, you would say, oh, but like religion and faith should come first. Faith is the first thing in my life. But it is intentional that fitness is first, because you must be fit in order to lead others, whether it's your family, whether it's in your community. You've got to be fit. We practice it in a physical way, and that's what we just did. But I'm not just talking about your physical fitness. You've got to be mentally fit. You've got to be spiritually fit, right? You see guys who are maybe men of God who are not the most physically fit, but they're fit in a spiritual way. Could they be better if they were physically fit? I think they could. Do they have the relationships in their lives that they need? They might. Do we have the relationships in our lives that we need to be fit? Think about that when you're thinking about fitness. You've got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. It's kind of like on an airplane. If you guys ever listen to the Q Source, you've heard this story perhaps, where when you get on the airplane, flight attendants, they always talk about when the oxygen mask drop down. If you're with a small child, place the mask on yourself before you place it on others around you. You've got to be able to take care of yourself first before you can take care of those around you. If you are too busy giving it all away and never taking some time to make yourself more fit, then you're going to become useless at some point. So think about fitness and all that you do. And I now turn it over to my man, Rambo.
When I joined this 18 months ago, I did it for the fitness. Still working on that. It did help with invitations from friends at the time, but I was really focused on fitness. All that said, what kept me hooked on this thing was the fellowship. That's why I keep coming back. I did some exploring, searching on term fellowship and what that means relative to terms like friendship. And as I suspected, those definitions were Christian fellowship, which I imagine is some of the foundation for F3, even though we're non-secular, and the context of like higher education, a fellowship. These, of course, speak to communities of common interest, right, which this community, I think, has. There were definitely references like Tolkien, the Fellowship of the Rings, if you guys are familiar with that movie. The closest non-secular definition I could find, fellowship is a feeling of friendship that people have when they are talking or doing something together and sharing their experiences. Also a company of equals or friends, a community of interest, activity, feeling, or experience. What I like about that and that definition is friendship right up front, you know, so I thought that was kind of cool. I found that before I even started to look. Friendship, a state of enduring affection, high tower, esteem, and trust between two people. In all cultures, friendships are important relationships to a person's life, and I think most of you know opposite of being lonely and loneliness, which are not only bad for you physically, but just not how we're designed to be. We're designed to be in community. Other aspects and principles about fellowship that I found, we must choose to be involved with others daily because life is meant to be lived in community, and we can celebrate and enjoy life with others, and we can carry each other's burdens, helping each other as we go through trials. These definitions, principles, and perspectives convey my fellowship experience with the F3 community, and friendships forming, and those that are yet to be formed through this fellowship have made my life better and richer, and through extension, my life with my family better. I challenge each of you over the next 3 months to find a way to lean in on fellowship opportunities, participate in the CSAL, lead in one or engage in one, reach out to a PAX you haven't seen in a while, try to invite them back into this community, even if it's just a coffee, not even having to come for a workout. Grab some drinks, offer to lead a circle of trust, offer something a little deeper about yourself in that circle of trust, be willing to take a little bit of risk and draw that community closer to you, and through that, them seeing through your example how they can further participate in fellowship. So thanks, and I'll see you guys at cafeteria. Traveler, you're up.
As we've gone through the list, these 3 F's: fitness, fellowship. Third comes down to faith. And so, funny enough, I'm actually moving today in about 2 hours, and I'm reminded of the little axiom that you can't take it with you. Very much while I'm moving, despite my best efforts, can't take it all with me. And it's a great reminder in life as we think about our attachments and what we're attached to. And I think the more that we're attached to the very kind of physical things of the world, all the stuff in my house that I'm moving, or maybe accolades, or my own pride for achieving different things, I think ultimately that won't really lead to satisfaction for any of our lives. It's kind of the bigger things that will ultimately bring us that deeper sense of purpose in our lives. So I'd encourage everyone to kind of take stock of what are the things that they're maybe too attached to, that they could use a healthy detachment from, and what are the bigger picture things that we ought to attach ourselves more to. Sacrificing for things greater than ourselves. Obviously our families are first and foremost, and for myself and for many others, that the faith component ties into it. Service for others, and ultimately serving God, serving my fellow mankind, something that's greater than myself. So definitely a good time this weekend to kind of take stock of our attachments, and think, kind of reorient. What are those bigger picture things that we want to attach ourselves to? That's all I got. Thank you, gentlemen.
It takes all 3 of those to create the magic that I think 4 years ago, which I sincerely believe through divine intervention, that we have what we have today. This is a representation of the larger group that we have that meets all the time. Really appreciate you all, every one of you coming out today. It means a lot to this entire group, because that's what it's about, is leaning on the other men around you and coming out and being there when guys need you. We talked about fitness, that being more than just your physical fitness, your mental and your spiritual fitness. We talked about the fellowship, the glue that really brings us all together and keeps you coming out here. I talked to Citrus yesterday. He said I could work out anywhere, but I choose to come out because of the fellowship that this group brings, and then the faith. The thing I really love about F3 is it's not about one faith. Many of us are Christians, but I know that yard sale here, you grew up in a Buddhist household, right? I mean, I don't know if some of you are Jewish. I know Poe here is Jewish, it right? Yeah. So the thing I love about it is that it is about believing something larger than yourself, and worshiping, or if that is where you come from, or choosing not to worship if that's where you come from, but just believing that you are not the king of the world. It takes the brothers around you, the Sky Q, however it is that wherever you are in your journey, but knowing that, and knowing that we all need each other. And that's what I want to leave you with, is just lean on your brothers. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, because we all have struggles. Lord knows in today's world, we're getting through this pandemic, and a lot of guys are struggling and they need this, So we want to continue growing. We want to continue reaching out to other guys, whether they look like they need it or not. They probably do, because we are good as guys at hiding what ails us, what our pains are. We're really good at that. So a guy that looks like he has it all together, he may be the one that needs it most. Don't be afraid to reach out to those guys and say, hey, I know this group, it's called F3. I'd love to invite you to a workout. And that'll get them hooked. Hopefully. And that's all I got for you.
Hey, can I just say one thing?